This morning on The Dish, a pioneer in all things smoked, pickled, and preserved. Will Horowitz was born into a family with a food heritage. One grandmother was a classically trained chef. His other grandparents owned a traditional Jewish deli. And he studied everything from Buddhism to herbalism to wilderness survival before attending cooking school. In 2012, he and his sister Julie opened Ducks Eatery. Here in New York, 3 years later, came Harry and Ida's Meat and Supply, a vintage deli and food provision shop.
And now he's the author of a new book, Salt Smoke Time, Homesteading and Heritage Techniques for the Modern Kitchen. Will Horowitz, good morning and welcome to The Dish.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
And what do we have in front of us?
Whew. All right, I'm going to try and recite this the best we can.
Okay.
We're going to start with dessert because it's closest to me.
Fantastic.
There it is.
So we have some duck fat charred blueberries with some whipped honey and fresh lavender. We have some cured and smoked carrots with a little watercress sauce. Some smoked tomahawk steaks.
Oh, yeah.
They're loving that.
Tomahawk.
I've already seen some hands headed in that direction.
Yeah, I'm
With
talking
some black trumpets and currants. And then this is our famous
There it
smoked
is.
watermelon at Ducks
I'm
Eatery.
tasting it right now.
It's pretty wild. And next to that, I
Lord.
think we have a little bit of cured and preserved mussels with house whipped butter and sourdough. And we have a honeysuckle mezcal lemon fizz.
Sweet.
Cheers to that.
Cheers,
Wow.
guys.
Your background is just fascinating. I mean, just your grandparents, you were a ping pong champion from what I read. Give me some sense of what it was like growing up that created who we know now today.
I have no idea.
Quick
I
answer.
grew up in the suburbs of New York, in White Plains, New York, and definitely got into my share of trouble as a kid, like pretty much every chef that's probably been on the show. And I ended up in Colorado, going to school out there for writing and permaculture and Buddhism.
Permaculture.
And so
Yeah.
really, and that's where the smoking started. Really, I started studying off-the-grid living and primitive survival in school. And so this is kind of a reflection of that.
We have the same courses just before the show every day. The smoke, can we just ask about the smoked watermelon?
Yeah,
real quick?
of course.
Because it's so, I mean, it's so cool to look at, and the way you slice it, too.
Yeah, I mean, we really, and you know, I'd say for us, coming from so much smoked meat and smoked fish and all these heritage techniques, we wanted to do more sustainable vegetarian foods and plant-based foods, because obviously that's really big right now. But we wanted to do it in a way that, for us, was less Frankenstein-y.
You don't think
What does
this
that
is
mean? What does that mean?
Frankenstein?
Well, I'll put it this, and I know that sounds crazy,
Yeah.
but to be honest, when you have all these crazy burgers and products that are out there that are meant to look like they bleed, for us, a smoked watermelon, we're doing the same exact thing we've been doing for thousands of years to meat. So we're doing the same processes, and that's the beauty of it, is that we're keeping things whole. It's crazy looking because it's so different.
like a ham.
But for us, it's actually completely relative.
And the
we
texture
just
is
you guys tried the smoked carrots yet?
Not
I
yet.
know.
The smoked
did.
carrots are good, and they're almost kind of meaty, and that's the beauty of them. We
Yeah.
actually, Harry and Ida's, our other restaurant, we actually just started a line of smoked carrot hot dogs and celery root that slices like smoked turkey, and all these different processes that are just the same techniques as meat, but changing the direction to plants.
That's sustainability is big, a big part of what you do.
Yeah.
Do you plan on writing more about it?
Yeah, I mean, we already have some fun stuff in the works. I'm working right now on a children's book, hopefully, on sustainability is my next book. But for us, it's all about how do we still eat meat, but do it more responsibly with more of a connection to where it's from, and how do we make plants more the star of the show?
I'm not sure how sustainable these tomahawks are.
Oh my God.
But they are massive and look amazing.
So if we're going to eat less meat, let's at least make it really, really good.
Let's make it really bad.
A really big piece of it.
More for Dan
I feel like
and
it's the Flintstones right there with it.
It's a very Flintstone cut.
We're going to have you sign the dish.
Great.
And if you could have this meal with anyone, past or present, Will, who would it be?
All right, so I've watched your guys' show.
Have you?
I've given this some thought.
Good.
And right now it's between Hemingway and Winnie the Pooh. And I'm going to go
Have
for
both.
Winnie the Pooh because I just think he's going to be a less intense fellow with a good appetite.
And you'll have some honey with it.
Can I sign Hemingway on it then?
Yeah. Will, thank you. I say you have them both because that would be fascinating.
Thank you, guys.
If you want more on Will and the dish, you can head to our website at cbsthismorning.com.